So, everybody out there, welcome to 10 Minutes with Kindred. I have no idea what the topic of the day is today because Aja is keeping it a secret from all of us, and she is going to reveal it to us momentarily.
I feel like that we should talk about sex in the time of Corona.
Oh.
We should talk about sex.
We've had a few moments.
Or maybe we should talk about sex, just period. Because I feel like
Let's talk
sex
about
will
sex,
always
baby.
It'll always be a good
that's the
conversation.
Yeah, people love to, because we're gonna call this sex. We've definitely snuck a few freaks in. We tried to.
I feel like everybody's time clock is off, so like the sex that would have happened at, let's say, 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh, you know what? That's so funny. I'm glad that you mentioned sex. Today I had to go to the grocery store. One of the times that we have to get out of the house, so I had to go to the grocery store. And while I was at the grocery store, I was just thinking, how it's so crazy. Like, even the security guy, he's got on the mask, and everybody's got on the mask, and all these different things, and people are shopping with the mask and stuff. But like, it just feels like people aren't really paying attention to each other. And there was this lady, and the security guy got into it with a lady who was stealing, clearly, and he snatched this bag from her. And, me and the security guy, we had already exchanged a few pleasantries or whatever right before.
6 feet away, please. I do hope that you pleasantries.
Pleasantries as in, like, we had acknowledged one another, not like shaking hands or head nod. Gosh, babe, come on. It's like, he sneezed on me and I said, bless you. It's like, no, not like that. But he snatched his bag from the girl, and when he pulled out what was in the bag, does anybody want to guess what was in the bag? I'll give you 3 seconds. Yes, she had like 17 boxes of Magnum condoms.
Damn.
I'm not exaggerating.
Listen,
I was like thinking.
Boxes?
It had to be at least 8 or 9. It definitely wasn't like a few. It wasn't 2 or 3.
She had
and I was just like, what was she shopping for?
Ma'am, not only did she have plans,
is she working? Like, is she going to sell those? Like, what is this?
Somebody had plans for her as well. Or maybe she's going to sell them.
Wow. Well, that's talking about sex in the afternoon, I'd like to say. And she was definitely thinking about sex in the afternoon. Afternoon delight was certainly on her mind.
That is hilarious. And the fact that you did not share that when you returned home.
Oh, I didn't have a chance to tell you about it. I thought it was pretty crazy. It was just I was just wondering.
On my Facebook, I was like, well, where's everybody sneaking to have sex? Because obviously,
oh, yeah, you said something about the closet, but we haven't snuck and done anything
with their mates during the middle of the day. So is there any sneak sex popping off? And I was like, all right, where's that happening? No, we did have sneak sex.
We did have a sneak moment. But I hope the kids don't listen to this. Well, one of them has to listen to it because he's the
editor. He doesn't have to know where we snuck. But the point is that...
I'll put something on his ears.
Do you want to know the top 3 places for sneak sex during this time?
Everybody's got the same places, baby. The bathroom, and the bathroom.
I felt the closet was one that came up as well. If you have one of these nice homes that
yeah, well, they got a big walk-in closet. And
that part.
Like, we got a walk-in closet, but we got too much shit in the closet to get in there and do anything to.
I mean, like, we can make it work. That's the point. Okay. I felt that by the end of the day,
we got to clean out our closet in order to get into the closet.
That would be a nice, motivating moment to say we're cleaning this closet out so that we can have sex in here, if we want to have sex in here.
Sneaking in the closet.
Do you think that right now is a time when people are being more experimental? Do they feel like, like they do say that like when people are more stressed out?
That depends on how many kids you have, because we can't do too much experimenting with all these goddamn people at the house. There's too many people at the house.
People just lock their door.
Well.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to tell everybody about why we can't.
This is a time, because also too, and not to do the, not unfortunately, but then we also have some people who are single in quarantine, and they are actually really struggling through this. Some folks are really like, listen.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I see a couple of people online, that they clearly seem to be single, and just how they dealing with that whole social interaction and not being able to really be around the person that you like. Or if you were in relationships with various people, that must be pretty weird for people, right? right about now. Like, all the players and playettes, play on, playette. I guess it's really, that must be really, really interesting.
A couple of different things happened among my single friends that I can share a little bit as long as I keep everybody,
Yeah, you're going to protect the names of the innocent.
Right. But a couple of things have happened. They're getting a lot of calls from shady exes.
Oh, yeah.
People who was acting shady, like they wasn't down for the crown. Now they're using this opportunity to let people know, listen, I'm serious.
How could you say I never cared about you, Angela?
Right. Then they're also like starting to get weak, and they're like, listen, in a minute, I'm about to call somebody over here and trying to figure out how can I wrap them in like saran wrap and just leave the genitalia out so that they can get it in.
Oh boy, mask on.
But shame on us for laughing, because really my heart goes out to those who might want to engage. But the CDC does recommend that the best sex, no matter whether you are coupled up or not, is sex with yourself.
Is that right?
Yeah, the CDC has said have sex with yourself. Like that is the most foolproof way, even though there's.
Well, I guess that was always, but that was always, wasn't it?
That was always. I find that in these days, things that were always the case now are the recommendations, like washing one's hands. Was this not always the right thing to do?
Your mama been trying to tell you this shit for like all your life, but
Was this not always the right thing to do?
It was always.
And now the safest sex is self-sex,
all right. It finally came back around, fellas. Come on now.
Not the fellas. Trust me, the women have had this thing down pat as well. We have always been good at this. You know what I mean? We just don't have to announce it to the world.
You had to be. I know y'all kept it in the closet.
We kept it in the closet.
It's time to release
it to the world. Let everybody know. We might have to share our secrets.
Oh Lord have mercy, this is crazy.
I did hear that one particular secret around self-intimacy is to communicate with oneself. I don't know. I don't know. Do men communicate? Do you communicate with yourself?
I talk to myself all the time.
You talk dirty to yourself?
No, I don't talk dirty to myself.
But just a little encouragement.
Encouragement to have
work it, JT.
Work it, JT. Work it. I'm killing it. It's all a mental thing, I suppose. I don't know.
You're like, I'm not going to answer that.
I'm not going to answer that on the podcast, baby. I know better than that,
Well,
some questions you leave alone.
Let's just say, I'll put it out there. That is, I've heard in conversation, a technique that will improve the self-intimacy is by, engaging with the self in multiple ways. Also, speaking, talking, giving that encouragement and that love, right?
Right, definitely.
I just put that out there.
Right.
Ultimately, we've joked around a lot about all the babies that are going to get made. And today, the first corona set of twins have been born. And
well, wait a minute. You mean during the corona era, twins have been born, or that they have?
Well, not that have been conceived, but we did have a set of babies that were born, the first to be born during the time of quarantine. And their names are, the girl is Corona, of course, and the boy's name is COVID. Corona and COVID. And I am happy to announce that these children are not black.
You know why? You know how you know? Because they spelled them right. But trust and believe it, that there will be some black children.
First of all, if it was a black person,
but they're going to spell it with a K. They're going to spell it COVID with a K and Corona with a K. You know what I mean? And they're going to put two N's in it. Exactly.
Or
and an H at the end.
A L-A apostrophe. La Corona.
This is so terrible. It's not right. It's not right.
Bottom line,
but it's real.
I'm happy to announce that we are not responsible as a culture and as a ethnic group for this particular set of children. But a pair of twins have been born, and those are their names. And that is, so the thing is that as you guys are out doing your thing.
So yeah, their name is Co and Co. So they're going to be Coco for short. Like,
Coco for short.
Like, yeah, come here, Coco.
I'm in love with my Coco.
We're funnier than we thought that we were for this.
This is not a funny situation, and it's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
But people have to deal with this the best way they can.
Yeah.
One of the
You
ways
got to
that
laugh
people
to
tend
keep from
to
crying,
kind of
as
like
they say.
express themselves, during a time like now is sexually. I mean, it is just the truth. There are going to be some people who are probably going to get pregnant through this time, and
yeah, I mean, but you can only bust with so many nuts until you realize, like, look, I really need to be working. I need to be doing the things that I love to do and that I'm passionate about, and being outside and doing all the other things that we look forward to doing when these times are over. And I cannot get around that. I know it's still on all of our hearts and heads and minds, and we try our best to block it out. But, God willing, we're going to be better for all of what's happening right now. We wish you love, peace, and a lot of joy during this time. And this has been our 10 Minutes with Kindred today, and we hope to have you listening to us on the podcast again very soon. So you take care, be safe, and wash your hands.